Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Patricia Epperson, Lerado Shirenzi, Glorious E. I hope everyone is well. Today is Tuesday, I believe. One second. I just read a little while ago. I was trying to figure out which one. Even Prince Charles is having second thought about Trump. The reason why I'm saying even Prince Charles is because, he's the head of the country. He's a royal, and we know Trump wants to be a royal. It seems like to me he's having also second thoughts about meeting with Trump. So this is how bad. And to me, it doesn't only reflect on Trump, the person that he is, and his behavior. It's reflecting on us Americans as well. That's why I'm bringing it up. This is really, I just read it a little while ago. I didn't have a chance to read the whole thing. I'm sure some of you have probably saw the article. But this is not good news. I just wanted to mention that. And, I was on Blue Sky the other day, and a woman, or a lot of people really, feel that way. They are very concerned, and we all are, about Trump looking for any excuse, any little thing, to declare martial law and deploy the military. At first, I used to be concerned about that too. After he deployed the Marines in California, and for the past week, I am no longer afraid, I wasn't afraid, I was concerned. I am no longer concerned about him declaring martial law and deploy the military. And it's because I don't feel the military is going to do his job for him. Basically use their training to abuse us and fire on us, the people. And intuitively, my prediction is if Trump were to do something like that, it would backfire big time. Right now, every time that woman almost lost her mind because somebody did something to an ICE agent. They reposted, they fought back peacefully. They weren't carrying any weapons. But they were giving ICE a hard time. They were fighting back. And this woman looked, I don't blame her. I understand how paranoid some of us are about what's going on. And also, don't lose sight of the fact that Trump is aware of that, okay? That most Americans are concerned about him making the decision to deploy the military. Intuitively, I wish he would do it. I know I can be a bit of a daredevil. I think that would bring him down because the military will not. There is a small percentage, like everything else, like in the MAGA. Among the MAGAs, there is a percentage of them, they will stick with Trump no matter what. And that's to be expected. The same thing in the military. But it feels like to me it's a minority. And it will not go according to plan. And let me tell you something else. I said this a long time ago, and I've repeated it a few times. Hiring incompetent people and place them in position like Trump has been doing will not work in this country. And guess what? We are watching them fail in real time. And it's going to get worse. And they are going to be, the only thing they're going to be able to do is like what Norm is doing. Abuse the power of her office. And like some ICE agents are going out and mistreating people, abuse their authorities. That's all they have. And you know something? There's a sector of our society, they are not touching very much. It's mostly blacks and Hispanics. But that will change too if this lasts long enough. But there is not something else that is happening. White people are getting tired of their shenanigans. I know the Republican base, or Republicans are 88% still support Trump. Intuitively, I'm not sure how much I should believe, that such a high number. But they too are getting tired of it. But to go back to what I was saying, all those agencies, they have so many incompetent people as their managers. In another example, I was reading this morning about the FBI, how Kash Patel and Bongino, or Bongiorno, whatever his name is, they're basically cosplaying and they're having fun, according to an FBI agent that was forced out. They enjoy abusing their authorities and firing people they don't feel are loyal enough to Trump and his shenanigans. Intuitively, I feel all these organizations, they're going to have enough disgruntled employees. The majority of them are not going to be happy because they know better. Just like DOJ right now is upside down. And intuitively, let me tell you, there's a mutiny going on there too. It may be like, when they say quiet quitting, there's a quiet mutiny taking place at DOJ. And we know what's going on at DOD, or the Pentagon, with X-Shed on top of it. And that's another thing, intuitively I feel. The military is, the troops are aware of everything that's going on in this country, okay? They're watching how Trump is treating veterans, because they too are going to be veterans sooner or later, so they know how they're going to be treated. And also, they feel disrespected. Because remember, when those of you who are retired, or if you are still in the corporate world, when they give your manager is unqualified, they don't know anything, you don't respect them. And you look at the people who put them there like, what's wrong with you? But in Trump's case, they know how he feels about them. Intuitively, it's a military Trump cannot count on to do his bidding for him, that he wants to unleash on this country, and it will go badly for him. My prediction is, let him do it. It's not going to work the way Trump thinks it's going to work. And also, even ICE, among the ICE agents, okay, they don't all feel the same way. They don't all want to go out and abuse immigrants. Some of them are immigrants too, and they have families who are immigrants. And also they're looking over their shoulders. Right now, intuitively, I have no way of proving this. I'm sure that given the number of people, I'm sure some of you know people who work for ICE or have relatives or something. They are beginning to look over their shoulders. About what they are doing and what's to come. The word is beginning to filter down to them that our society knows someday this has to end. And when it ends, what's going to happen? The notion that, well, it was an order, I had to, does not hold water in court and when people come after you. And intuitively, I feel like I've been saying this for over a year now. What usually takes place under the other dictators will repeat in this country. I'm hoping I'm wrong if Trump continues the way he's going. And there is something else. The wealthy, like the latest example is CBS, the former owner of CBS, I don't know if she still owns it or whatever, who sold it to Paramount, whatever that transaction is, I don't know. I've not paid attention. I know what's going on, but I've not dug into it. It's not my thing. But according to reports, okay, they're going to have to hire, or probably Trump will probably place one of his sycophants to monitor what's going on in that station. We know in Haiti, that's what Papa Doc used to do too. He put his people on the payroll, okay, and they don't do anything. In Haiti, they didn't report anything unless somebody, they will report anybody they feel like or they don't like. In this country, I'm sure the same thing will happen, but they're going to have to report to the government, to the Trump regime, if CBS or ABC or Columbia University, if they are not doing or holding the part of the bargain that they had with the devil, that Trump slept with. That too will backfire in due time. So the reason why I give that many examples, okay, is because to me, all these organizations are dying. It's difficult to perceive. The most obvious one is DOJ. Because Bundy doesn't know what he's doing. And by the way, one of you reminded me, I forget who that person is, that I said Bundy was going to suffer some health issues. I forget about that, although I think I mentioned it here, and I don't remember what I said exactly. But that's possibly what I was talking about, because I wasn't sure what was going on. I know there are a couple of things. He has a couple of health issues. But I want to say to the person, thank you for reminding me. But DOJ is the most obvious one to me. And then you have the FBI, because those guys have no clue. And you know something? When they go to work, they don't do very much. The FBI is running itself. What they are doing is destroying the organization. Basically, that was their goal. And that's what Trump goals are. And that's what they are doing. Nothing else. After that, you have Kennedy, who is destroying our healthcare. All those things will backfire. And deploying the military on top of that, And by the way, our judiciary will stand up. The Supreme Court will flunk, will fail. And to really, I feel like saying they're failing as well, because the liberal side of the court is letting us know what's going on and why the MAGA's side of the Supreme Court, why they are doing what they are doing. And there is something that's becoming very apparent. We all know, even Republicans, they are aware that Trump is a pathological liar. And if you look at his travel to Ireland, if that's where he is, cemented that view. Our society is aware of who Trump is, what he's about, and everything is about himself. It's not going to be very hard at the right time to remove him. And it's heading that way. I don't know if you guys notice. I was reading about it. I read about a couple. I browsed through a couple of articles. A lot of Republicans right now are having buyer's remorse. It's baloney, by the way, but they want to repeal certain portions of that big, beautiful bill, supposedly, they passed. Oh, I did not know it was going to do this. I did not know it was going to do that. Mm-hmm. Their constituents are beginning to get on them. That's part of the problem. But some of them are tired, and they are beginning to realize, or have realized, we are heading down the snake pit. They're going to go in first. They're going to lose their seats. So right now they are trying to look for cover. And to really, I feel, a lot of them are hoping that the Epstein stuff will give them cover so they can do whatever they feel they have to do to remove Trump. But my friends, if I were you, I wouldn't be afraid of this martial. Somebody wrote, Sheila Crabtree says, it's martial law. Am I mispronouncing it? I know in French it's martial. Coup martial. That's how they say it in French. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly in English, but to me it's martial. So, you know what I mean? All right. I don't feel we should be worried or be concerned if Trump wants to deploy the military. It's not going to have it's not going to accomplish his goal. And like I said about when he deployed the Marines in LA, deploying any branch of the military to do anything, I wouldn't be surprised if he does it in New York City, because from what I understand, they're going to deploy a whole bunch of ICE agents in New York. I doubt the military is going to go and gun people down on Trump's behalf, because they know who he is, they know what he is. And that airplane he got from Qatar, I believe that's where he got it from, that supposedly they gifted it to him. Okay, and they're going to spend almost $1 billion to retrofit it for him. He's king. That's not making the military. They're aware. The troopers, the foot soldiers, our troops, they are aware. They are just like us, disgusted. They're not going to kill civilian Americans. The taxpayers who are helping them in the military, they are not dumb. My guys is among them. Watch the chaos. I predicted before the military will break if Trump tries this. I feel even stronger about that today. It's difficult to conceive because our military, the troops, are professional people. They are good at what they do. But intuitively, I don't feel they're going to carry out Trump's order, his fantasy to kill Americans because Trump wants to be king. My prediction is the day Trump tries that will be the day will end his career as royalty wannabe. That's my prediction. I don't fear that he may deploy the military. Let him do it. It's not going to work. It didn't work in LA. Yes, they were there. They didn't want to be there. Even the National Guard troops that were there. Let's see what happens. But my prediction is Trump has shown us who he is, and most of us believe him. He will fail. Let me see if there are questions. And because somebody asked me, the second one is a short one. Chef says, Milo, please read my message. Okay. I'm looking for what Chef said. Milu update, just wanted to say you made a prediction that I would get a new job in 2 weeks. Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Congratulations, Chef. It's because it's a very hard time to get a job today. So a good thing. Okay. I'm looking for, that was a good way of getting my attention. Glorious, he says, you look very nice today in that color. Thank you, Glorious, I appreciate it. Mary Johnson, let me see. I'm looking for questions. Carmen Donali says, do you see people attacking ICE and ICE leaving? No. I mean, this is going to be a mess. And the mess is going to be triggered by Trump and Norm. Yes, there is potential for violence, but there are going to be two types of violence here. Because I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping this doesn't happen. Like, as I've told you all the time, I remind you, I can confuse time. There is potential for a clash, an unarmed clash between ICE and some other entity, okay? And then there is going to be another clash between what's going to happen intuitively, I feel, and the process of ICE abusing people the way they do now, or worse, because every day that goes by, they feel more empowered. And as I don't know if I'm sure you guys have heard some of the videos that have been released. They said if they arrest somebody, because they've arrested a whole bunch of Americans thinking they are Hispanics or something. Well, they are of Hispanic descent, but they were born here. Okay, and they tell these people they don't have any rights. This is crazy. But the point is, they're going to continue doing these things, hurting people just like they hurt Mr. Borenko, the way they abused him. Believe me, I don't know. I mean, I can be, the way I am explaining what I am seeing intuitively, the military will turn on ICE. Those are the two potential things I feel. If, according to what I have told you before in the past, when it comes to timing, when Trump may be saying goodbye or be forced out between the summer and March of next year, okay? If the earlier he's removed or gone for whatever reason, health reasons, okay, the less likely these things will happen, because the people who are driving what's happening to our country right now is Vought, Miller, and a couple of others. When Vance take over and intuitively there is such animosity, he's controlling himself. Vance, that is, because he doesn't want to get pissed off because otherwise he may not become president. I don't know. I'm reporting. So I know all of you are going to ask me, well, he's next in line. I don't know. What I'm saying to you is he's measured all the, drapes, okay? He knows exactly which position he's going to put the desk and the Oval Office. So he's not going to rock the boat right now. But he doesn't like some of those guys. I mean, he's racist too. Okay? But for some reason, he thinks those guys are too arrogant. And some of the stuff that they are doing are affecting his family too. The only person in there, this is not affecting his family is Trump and the other billionaires that are in there. Okay? But intuitively, those are the two ways I feel there can be an armed clash between our military. Well, one is between our military and ICE, and like that guy yesterday. Unfortunately, 4 people died in New York last evening. People with mental issues, and in the Bronx, and in those places, good luck. They have weapons, unfortunately. I know that guy from yesterday. The reason why I use him as an example is because he has mental issues. People with mental issues are all over the place. But in New York, it can be in a concentrated area. You got to be careful. So that's why I'm saying, intuitively I feel, those guys may venture into an area thinking they are safe, and it's not so. Those are the type of clashes I feel that can happen. So, hope that answers your question, Carmen. Oh my God, time flew by. By the way, somebody asked me about the Macron. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me do Elon first. Elon warned his investors that the next few quarters for Tesla or his companies are going to be challenging. If I were him, I would count a few years, not weeks or quarters. I'm sorry, not weeks, quarters. Elon is not going to get back on his feet. That's my prediction. And Macron's lawsuit against, I forget her name, but you got Candice Owen. Okay, they will donate the money, but they're going to go after her because, from what I understand, this is so ridiculous. That's how stupid these people are. She said, just like she thought Mrs. Macron is like Michelle Obama, who ignored them. They're calling Mrs. Obama, saying she's a man and disguised as a woman and stuff like that. She thought she could do the same about Mrs. Macron, and she's getting sued. Intuitively, they're just going to teach her a lesson. I don't see them wanting to back down right now. Or when I say back down, just leave it alone. They fired it, they're gonna follow through with it. That's the way I'm getting them. And by the way, you guys, do you guys remember the guys, Ryan Walters? Is he in Oklahoma? He got caught. It seemed like, he's the superintendent of schools and wherever, I think it's Oklahoma, okay? He got caught with, playing videos of nude women on his TV in his office. So that's the hot news for today. And you know something? The reason why I'm mentioning this, a lot of those people you see eager to oppress others, impose their will, on people, they're just like him. And they're going to get caught. So I thought I'd mention that because time is going by very fast. Krista McCracken says the Rockford County case has been moved to August 29th. I have no idea what that is. Vicky L says hypocrisy. Yep. A lot of Republicans, yeah, it fits. They have to study, they have to institute the Bible studies in school and blah, blah, blah. He's watching porn. While he's watching porn, imagine that, Oh, I died laughing. I meant to mention that yesterday. I just forgot because there's always a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I forgot about it. But when I saw it, oh my God. Okay. I almost fell off my chair. Brenda, she said, I hope he doesn't become president. That would be awful. Unfortunately, Brenda, we're going to have a slew of incompetent president for the next couple of years. Okay. Fat Star says, Mino, do you see Mayor Pete running for office, federal, state, or Congress? It's very possible he may. Yes, he will. It's a matter of when. And he's taking on the whole Epstein stuff too. He's giving Trump a whole lot of grief, and he's one of the best people to do that. He's very smart. Yogi Bear says, is asking, will ICE go away once Trump is gone? They're not going to go away, but there is going to be a reform, and they may even change their name because that name is trash. So yes, there are going to be major reform. The name is going to go away because there are some good people in the organization, and the bad apples will be known. So yeah, Kenneth Blanksy says, Miller, when will Fruit Loopholes numbers reach 30%? To be honest with you, I thought by now it would be 30%. So, but I feel with everything that's going on, let's see what, I'm not saying it's going to be exactly at 30, but I feel his numbers will be at least somewhere around 35, 34. Let's see what happens, okay? The Gemini girl, thank you for posting this. It's my pronunciation. Is it Martial or Marshall? I thought the T was like an SH, sorry. Hi, Yogi Bear. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for more questions. Oh, somebody asked me a question. Europe doesn't have money. Oh yeah, by the way, remember yesterday I said all smoke and mirrors with those negotiations and Europe was manipulating Trump? I read this morning that the Europeans don't have the money to buy the amount of weapons Trump would like them to buy. It's just baloney, and I wasn't surprised because they just want to manage him. That's basically what they're doing. Okay. Oh yeah, somebody asked me saying, I would like to know if white ICE agents will turn on ICE agents of other races, meaning will they turn on black and Latino and Asian ICE agents? I am not saying that. What I feel is they're going to turn on each other. It won't have anything to do with race. And I think I mentioned that a little earlier. So that's an organization that's imploding as we speak. Someone else asked me, do I think, that's another one I wanted to answer, do I think any justices on the Supreme Court are listed in the Epstein file? I doubt it. The only person I feel is a pervert that would do something like that is Thomas. But I can be mistaken, but I'm not seeing them around Epstein. But since Epstein knew a lot of people, but I'm not seeing them in that situation. When I think of Alito would find it disgusting. No. Like I said, the only person that would do it, and I don't think he did, is Thomas. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest, you guys. Okay. All right, let's see. Whitney Mohauser says, I think Paramount is having apoplexy with Comedy Central and their comedians. The comedians are going to create their own studio. I wouldn't be surprised. Any entity that Trump is trying to control, it's not going to work. And also, what is the name of the gentleman that used to be king of late night? He's screaming right now for comedians to take on Trump. I forget his name. Oh my God, he retired and he's enjoying his money now. He has a huge beard. I forget his name, but I know you guys will know who I'm talking about. So, and I wasn't surprised because I told you guys when I heard about the Tonight Show, being canceled next year. Forget it. That was a big mistake on Trump's part and CBS. Those guys are going to unleash on Trump like no tomorrow. And Paramount, because they don't care anymore. They're going to be gone anyway. Okay. And something, these people are just going to do fine. No matter what. Okay. I've been trying to figure out a way so like that I won't have, take the time to scroll to look for questions. I've been thinking of, using my YouTube number for people to text me, but it won't be a good idea. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm looking for a new way of doing this. In fact, I am thinking of, I'm still looking. Thank you. No, Sandra Dowell says, Conan O'Brien. David Letterman. That's the winner. Elijah Maxwell is the winner. David Letterman is the person I was talking about. Thank you, Marilyn Landis, Philip Levine, Melissa Johnson. I believe Jay Leno is giving them some grief too. Oh, Craig Dixon, yes, you're right. Craig Dixon says David Letterman. Yeah, Elizabeth Terry, yeah. Okay. Sylvia Strong says, question, what do you see will happen for the month of August with Taco regime? Taco regime is going to continue to have the same problem he's having today. And he's going to continue to do, he's going to look for ways to another distraction, meaning he's going to do other things that are worse than what he's doing today. But that's expected. But he better be careful because, like I said, I don't know exactly when. You may just wake up and find out health-wise, bad things can happen. That's the only thing I feel is possible in August. But the way we are today, the way things are going in this country are going to get worse. And the things are going to get worse for Trump. Nothing good is coming. Hardest, so expect the worst to come. Let's see. Rosemary Jetty says, you asked for questions before the start of the show. Yes, that's a good idea, but what happens is I can, the only other way I could, it depends. It's a good idea, but what happens is, like for example, right now, I cannot scroll up to the very top of the threads, okay, of the chat. The very first thing, the very first post, right now I can't see it. It's gone. I mean, there is a certain amount of information they keep. It's like, if you can picture a cabinet with, with 10 drawers, the way they do it, they have 10 drawers stacked up, right? So you keep putting stuff in there, and then when it's full, you take out the first one you put in, okay? You move everything up and you put it at the bottom. You keep removing the like first one, first out, okay? And it keeps going like this, so they put it on another pile. So that's how this thing works. I hope I explained that right. It's clear in my mind, but I don't know if I convey it properly. So that's why I can't see the message, like the very first message, the messages that were in there, okay? But yes, that's a great idea. I will try it, and then I'll take a shot of the screen, take a screenshot of it. We'll see. All right, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If you like the work that I'm doing, please feel free to support the channel if you can. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot, because that helps the algorithm keep showing the video on people's feeds. So please don't forget. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, unless something major happens later. Till then, bye.